everyone. Good evening, forever Australia. I know we have different countries on today as well. We normally do. So hello, wherever you are in the world. Hope you are doing well. So welcome back to week 2. So I feel like I've got deja vu here. But as some of you might remember, last week was a little bit funny. The wrong link went out and then my electricity went. So we are here to do it again. But there is no harm. There is no harm in that, because quite often, sometimes repetition is key. So when you hear things over and over and over again, each time you will have an aha moment. You will have a moment where you will think, yes, okay, I really understood that. I understood that a bit better. So here we go again. So huge welcome to everybody. So glad to have you on here today. And what I want to start is by looking at your weekly wins. So it's really important that when you are building a business in our industry, in fact, building any kind of a business, it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. When you're building something and you have big goals, it's really important that you look at smaller goals as well, and you look at your weekly wins. So your weekly wins are very important, because it gives you excitement, it gives you enthusiasm, and it makes you realize that yes, I'm achieving something. So let me know in the chat bar if you've had any weekly wins this week. Maybe it's from the tooth gel challenge. Maybe you got some new customers. I know last week some of the ladies shared that they got 5 new tooth gel customers, or 3 new tooth gel customers, or that they'd sold a C9, or that they've welcomed a new distributor into their team. So if you've had any weekly wins, do let us know in the chat bar. We would love to hear from you. Well done everybody, all the winners of the Sonia competition as well. That went down very well. That was fantastic. And of course we've had some move ups, so well done to everybody. Ingrid is on there, so Ingrid made supervisor. I know we have a new manager in Australia as well. Don't think that's been properly announced yet. I haven't seen it, so I'll wait until I see that proper announcement to mention that. So lots of movement, an amazing time to be building a business in Australia. So get moving with it, guys. Get that excitement going, get that energy going, and just as I say, do the do, because when you do the activity, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that when you do activity, you see results. I see it myself all the time. Yeah, so I see it in my own business. When I am stagnant, when I'm not doing anything, my business kind of plateaus. And then when I run with something and I, even just spend, but really focus in on my TLTs and do all the things I should be doing, I see an increase in productivity. Okay, so it is absolutely no surprise there at all. So let me see the chat bar. Okay, so hi Sarah, how are you? Okay, some older customer who haven't bought for a while placed orders again for toothpaste as well as other products. Thank you for your encouragement and tips. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. That is great news. And this is the brilliant thing. The likes of the Tooth Gel Challenge is a really good, as I said, low cost, high-end product that is really good for approaching somebody. And it's really good like that to go back to older customers that might have fallen off the wayside. So it's a really good opportunity to go back to them as well. So this week we're going to be covering, okay, I'm going to turn off the cameras there just so that yeah, so this week I'm going to turn off my camera as well so that you see the full screen. Okay, so the plan for this week is we are going to be covering a little bit more about a retail strategy, touching base on your recruitment strategy, of course, and social media strategy as well. So we're going to touch a little bit on social media. But I want to talk to you just for 2 minutes about the follow-up. So the fortune really is in the follow-up. When we say that, we really and truly mean it. The fortune is in the follow-up. At the end of the day, we are in a sales business. And when we sell a product, or when we have interaction, or when we have an inquiry, or when we have anything like that, the fortune is in the follow-up. We need to follow up with people, because it is very rare that it is rare, in your early days, that you will have somebody approach you about your business or product. We have to be doing the advertising, and then we have to be doing the contacting. But when we do that, the fortune is in the follow-up. So I think the statistic is something like, it takes it takes an average consumer something like 7 or 8 exposures to a product or service via social media, via, private messaging, WhatsApp, whatever. It actually takes that long for them to purchase. And this is very, very true. Like this morning, I went online and I bought something that I know, one of my daughters was looking at, and, for Christmas. And I have gone onto that website. I've been getting emails from them for a long time. I've looked on their website 5 or 6 times before I actually purchased. I looked at reviews. I got emails from them. I got text messages from them as a company. And today I purchased. So it is true. Okay. It is very, very true. So don't be afraid to follow up with people. Do not be afraid to follow up with people. Okay, so let's take a look at last week's challenge, okay, in the tooth gel challenge. Now, there was a reason that I started with the tooth gel challenge, okay? So last week's income producing activity was to try and get 10 new exposures, 10 new customers to this amazing product. So let me know in the chat bar who loves the tooth gel, who is just a tooth gel fan. Even if you don't sell it, who uses it and loves it, let me know. So the reason, why did I pick a product like a tooth gel? I'm sure some of you guys are probably thinking, hang on a minute, Neve does such great sales and so many different products. Why would she be teaching us how to sell a tooth gel? It's so cheap and there's not much profit in it. What's the idea behind a tooth gel? But there was method in my madness. There was method in this because I have built my business selling tooth gel, deodorant, lip balms, heat lotion, moisturizers, jellies, anything like that. So you think of all the low-end products, but they are products that everyone can afford. Everyone gets up in the morning, they brushes their teeth. Not everyone is going to want to do a C9, but everyone brushes their teeth. Can you imagine the power if every single person you knew, every single person used your tooth gel? Can you imagine the impact you would make? Can you imagine how many people that would benefit from that? Yeah, so if you look at the tooth gel challenge and how you can then grow your business from the tooth gel challenge. So you might have one product in somebody's hand. Yeah, they've bought a tooth gel, fantastic. But what's next? Okay, so excellent customer care. So if you provide excellent customer care, you have your customer in the palm of your hand. You have them liking you, knowing you, trusting you. You're going to build rapport. So this excellent customer care builds rapport with that person. This then gives you a chance, okay, from a tooth gel to add them to your community hubs. So do you have a WhatsApp group? Do you have a Facebook group? What support do you have there in place for your customer, or what more exposures can you give them from buying a tooth gel? So if you have a really happy tooth gel customer and you say to them, hey, Sarah, how's the tooth gel going? Hope all's good. Look, I was just going to add you to my Facebook group, if that's okay. There's lots of tips in there on lots of other products. And of course, raving fans like yourself, really, really love my group. Is it okay if I add you? It's very, very rare that you'll have anybody say no. They'll say, yeah, go on, add me. Yeah. So the tooth gel challenge, honestly, guys, give excellent customer care. One of my big, big sayings in building a business is under promise and over deliver. Under promise because they're not expecting an awful lot from you. You're selling them a tooth gel. Over deliver. Excellent customer care. Who uses the samples? I had this discussion with some of my other team the other day. The samples are one of your secret weapons in Forever. Who uses the samples? You need to be buying the samples. You absolutely need to be buying the samples. And as I said before, have stickers printed out. Have small little stickers printed out with your name and number on them. Your name and number goes on every sample and goes on every product. So when you are giving the tooth gel, you pop some samples in. Yeah, you pop some samples of the other products in and a brochure. So you have a brochure in the bag. You have your samples, you have your tooth gel. It's an experience for the customer. This is not just about a tooth gel, okay? So you're going to offer samples. you're going to talk about product tips. By offering samples, quite often that customer that has bought one tooth gel will start telling you about their daughter who has eczema. Or they'll start telling you about the funny skin they have on their elbow. Or they'll start telling you about their, gut issues. Actually, Neve, what do you have for tummy problems? I see that you drink aloe vera. I just see it in your stories. What's that good for? It's opening up conversations with people. In our business, we are in the industry of making friends, of building rapport, building trust, and being that go-to person in your area for health and nutrition advice. And it can all start from a tooth gel. Okay, so create a loyalty program. How about a loyalty program for the tooth gel? How about for every 10 tooth gel you buy, you get one free? Remember, you are the director of your own business. You can decide what you're going to do. You can create these campaigns. You can decide exactly what direction your business is going in. You just need to take action. What about referrals? That word ask. Ask, ask, ask. Ask for referrals and testimonials. So if somebody really, really loves the tooth gel, ask them for a referral. Ask them for a small testimonial that you could then use in your stories when you're trying to sell the tooth gel. Just don't ever, ever underestimate the power of a campaign like this. Let me see in the chat bar. Okay, Ingrid loves the tooth gel. Sandra, hi Sandra, loves the tooth gel. Sarah loves it. Millie, hi Millie. My son and I love it. Use it over a year now. Yes, I've been using them. I always add samples. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Super, yes. So tooth gel, tooth gel, tooth gel. Honestly, guys, it is one of your secret weapons, and so is the samples. So if you don't have samples, get them in, order them in, and start using them, and be prepared for your business. Yeah, be prepared for business. And as I've said here, the real objective. Okay, so the real objective of what you're doing, by implementing these strategies, you can transform a one-time buyer into a loyal, repeat customer who not only continues to purchase regularly, but becomes a raving fan of your brand. Yeah? Read that again. The real objective, by implementing these strategies, you can transform a one-time buyer into a loyal, repeat customer who not only continues to purchase regularly, but becomes a raving fan of your brand. And I think that's important to remember, okay? You are creating raving fans. Okay, so let's have a look. Of course, we were supposed to be doing week 3 today, but this is still back to week 2, but there's no harm in covering this again. Realistically, we'll probably only get 3 weeks done. We'll probably only get one more week done, guys, of it. Before kind of it wraps up for the Christmas season. So I will cover this again with you because it is important. The drinking gels are important. Okay, so your retail strategy this week is to find 3 new drinking gel customers. Anyone that was on the bootcamp last week, did you get any new drinking gel customers? Let me know in the chat bar if you did. If you didn't, you need to go back to your tracker and say, well, why didn't I? What activity did I not do that could have implemented, that could have, resulted in sales? What was it that I didn't do? Let me have a look at that tracker again. So 3 new drinking gel customers. Remember, the drinking gel is a look good, feel good product. It is a product that when you are taking it, you feel better. You have better energy. You are just better in yourself. Look good, feel good product. When you use aloe and you put it in your stories and you talk to people about it and you genuinely tell them how well you're feeling, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's great for the skin, it's an overall well-being product. Remember, we're not necessarily looking for sick people. Yes, these products can help you if you're sick, but what we're really looking for are people that want to keep well, people that want to maintain good health, people that are into health and nutrition, people that are into Sandra, I sold a C9, so in theory I sold 2 aloe gels. Oh, yeah, I suppose, Sandra, you did, but well done on the C9, by the way. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. But it's not the plain gel. So we need to be really, really looking at the plain gel. Oh, not the plain gel, but the bottles of gel to get repeat gel customers. Now, what you can focus on is using those using that C9 to develop into a gel drinking customer. So that's really, really important. Absolutely. But well done you on your C9 sale. That is awesome. So we're promoting a healthier lifestyle, aren't we? We're promoting being healthier. And this is an ideal time of the year after Christmas, definitely coming into the summertime in Australia. You know, it's important that you use the product and promote it as a healthier lifestyle. So a feel good, look good product. Everyone wants to feel that little bit better. Everybody wants to maintain better health. Everyone wants to feel and look better in their skin. Suitable for the whole family. So everyone can drink aloe, can't they? Everyone can drink aloe. Now, do remember that when it comes to babies, so I know there was some chat last week on the WhatsApp group about babies and aloe. It's really, really, really important as business owners that we don't recommend aloe vera to babies. Okay, the baby's gut and the baby's digestive system is still rapidly developing in that first 12 months. So it's important that we don't as a business owner, because that's what the company recommends. As a mom, I would happily give it to my children, and I've given it to them as babies from literally when I came home from the hospital. I gave them the plain aloe vera drinking gel. It really helps with constipation, really helps with colic. It is a really, really good product, but only tiny, tiny, minute amounts in a syringe. However, that's me as a mom speaking. When I have my business owner hat on, I have to be very compliant and I have to be very, very careful with what we recommend. So understand that, okay? It is very, very important that you don't recommend aloe vera. But you can tell them, you know, if you give it to your own kids, you can say, look, you know, as a mom or as a dad, I would definitely give it to my child. But as a business owner, I can't really recommend it. It's our flagship product. So this is the very first product that Forever created. This product has been around for 45 years and we are best known for our aloe vera drinking gel. So an amazing, amazing product, guys, and 1,000,000% something that's worth developing drinking gel customers. If you can develop drinking a good base of drinking gel customers, you will never, ever have a problem with your 4CCs. You will never, ever have a problem with anything like that. Okay, so you'll always have money coming in, you'll always have case credits coming in, you will always have that ease, flow, and joy when it comes to building your business. So I would highly, highly recommend that you have a look at the IPAs, the income producing activities. And in the last week, for those of you that were on here last week, in the last week, did you do your stories? Did you do your posts? Did you do the activity? And if you did, then be more consistent with it. Keep going with it. If you didn't, then you need to kind of go, hang on a minute. You need to give yourself a checkup from the neck up. And you need to say, well, hang on, I'm logging into these trainings. I'm logging into these events. Why aren't I doing it? Why aren't I doing the actual activity? So you need to ask yourself these questions. Okay, so how do we promote the drinking gel? How exactly do we promote it? Well, in our stories every morning. So I would really, really encourage you this week, every morning in your story, to promote your shot of drinking gel. Okay, have the glass in your hand. Take a photo of the glass in your hand in your story. And all you have to say is, my shot of goodness every morning. You don't have to make medical claims. You don't have to say anything much at all. It's just consistently. And people see, when people, they see what they want to buy, they will see things and they'll want to buy it. A lot of people are visual, a lot of people are visual, but you need to be very, what's the word? You're telling people about your business. You're telling people about Forever. You're telling people that this is a lifestyle company and that you feel really well when you take the products. Okay, you're telling people all of this, but you need to show them as well. So you need to show them in your socials. If you are using social media, If you're not using social media, that's okay. Okay. But if you're using social media, do it that way. You need to contact 2 people daily. So when I find it really, really good putting it in my stories, because it then gives me the opportunity to see who's following me and who's viewing my stories. So watch who is viewing your stories and contact 2 people a day from viewing your stories. So you're going to contact them and you're going to say to them, thanks so much for following me on my stories. Could I tempt you in trying some aloe? It really is amazing. And you can strike up some conversation with them. Remember, we're in the business of making friends. And this is so, so good when you reach out to people and you have chit chat. As I say, just general chit chat. Yeah. So contact 2 people a day. Host an aloe bar. So hosting an aloe bar is really, really good. You can have it at your kitchen table. You can have a pop-up stand. You can have it in a yoga studio, a Pilates studio, your local gym, your local supermarket. You can have it anywhere where there's people and you get permission to have a pop-up stand. In general, businesses are really good at supporting other businesses and they don't mind you having a pop-up stand. You don't need loads of product. You don't need loads and loads of product on your pop-up stand. The most important thing is that you have some bottles of aloe. Okay, so what I normally do is just a cup, one of each bottle, one of, the peaches, the plain, the berry nectar. Have your shot glasses. I generally get a little wine, a champagne bucket, and I put them in that with some ice. Have my shot glasses, have some samples. And maybe you could have a little, the 12 box of lip balms. So did you know that the lip balms, if you order them, I just want to show you, actually it's complete, a complete change of subject, but I just want to show you that the lip balms, if you order 12 lip balms, they come in a little box like this. I'm not sure whether you knew that or not. So if you order the lip balms and you order 12, they come in this box, okay? So you then open up the box and you have it for display purposes. You can have it like this. So it looks really well. So I love these when I'm having a pop-up shop because the lip balms are another very, very famous product. And these are great for people to just say, okay, I'll take one. So I will do one at a certain price, or I'll do a special offer for 3. And a lot of the time people will take 3. And it's great because it's a good movement of product. So it's really, really good. So the lip balms are great to have on your pop-up stand, on your aloe bar. And you're going to give out flyers. So James he is designing a flyer at the moment for Australia for the aloe vera. So we'll have that good to go in the new year for you guys. So that will be good. But see what's available on your online shop anyway, and make sure that you have some literature with you. Another idea is creating a 1 shot a day challenge. So 1 shot a day challenge is really good, where you could maybe contact some of your friends, family, people that you know, and say, hey, I'm going to actually start a challenge for the new year for us all to be that little bit healthier. I know everyone is on a new year health kick, and I'm going to do a 1 shot a day challenge for 6 weeks, for a month, whatever you feel. Would you be interested in trying it with me? It's really, really good value, and you're going to feel fantastic from it. Guys, even if you got 2 or 3 people doing a 1 shot a day challenge, that's 2 or 3 people on their aloe with you. So any kind of activity is good activity. What about referrals from existing customers? Referrals from existing customers are very, very powerful. Okay, so referral from existing customers, very, very powerful. Because if you have a referral, you have somebody that is already a raving fan. You have somebody that is really, 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 likes the product, loves the product. And a raving fan, I say it all the time, honestly, a happy, content, raving fan of a customer is literally worth tens of thousands of euros worth of advertising for you. But you need to ask for the referrals. You need to ask for the support. What about an existing customer or a raving fan hosting an aloe bar at their kitchen table? What about asking them to host an aloe night? So I have done aloe nights in most of my friends' homes they have hosted for me. They have gotten their friends and family around their kitchen table where we talk product and they get to try out the product. So other people hosting events for you. And then, of course, the product of the month campaigns as well. So keep an eye out for them too, guys. So use all of this to build your business. Then we have our recruitment strategy. Okay, so our recruitment strategy is very, very important. So we had a business presentation there on Tuesday. I had Kira on the call. We had really good numbers. Did any of you guys have any guests? Let me know if any of you guys had any guests on the call. It was really great. I really, really enjoyed it. And I think everyone did enjoy it as well. Now, next Tuesday, we don't have a business presentation because we have this boot camp next Tuesday night. Okay, so there's a little bit of a change around next week because I'm going to Germany. So I'm going over with my kids to the German Christmas markets over in Frankfurt in Germany. So I won't be around for a few days. And so I've moved things around and I've put the boot camp in for Tuesday. Or would you guys prefer the business presentation? Let me know. I can do either the business presentation on Tuesday if you want to really focus on getting guests, or do you want another week's training? Let me know what you feel. I personally would prefer the business presentation. I think would be more beneficial if you could focus the next week on getting guests to the business presentation. But if you prefer to do another week of the training, then that's no problem at all. Okay. So, but moving forward, it's the same strategy. It is the same strategy. Have guests on the Tuesday night business presentation. This is actually mission critical. This is a key part of your business, is getting guests onto the business presentation. Okay, so ask one person per day. Guys, you know, we're all grown-ups. We're all adults. If somebody says no, like, is that the actual worst thing they can say is no? Is that the worst thing in the world someone's going to say is no? And if they're going to say no, that's okay. Just say, okay, that's fine. No problem at all. Thank you so much for getting back to me. But can I ask? Can I ask you, do you know of anybody? Do you know of anybody that this might benefit right now? Yeah, so 2 posts a week and in your stories about the business presentation, guys. Okay, so bootcamp. Okay, great. Okay, no problem. We can do the bootcamp, guys, but don't be shying away from the recruitment. The only way that you will get to manager, the only way that you will build a residual royalty style income of money coming in that's not reliant on you retailing is for you to build a team. And that, trust me, that is what you want to do. Even if you're a very, very happy retailer, you most definitely need to share this opportunity. And you will see growth. Okay, so let's have a look at your social media strategy. Social media strategy. Social media is absolutely incredible. However, this is a eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly business. I say this all the time. It is about connectivity. It's about talking to people. It's about picking up the phone. It's about speaking face to face with people, you know, most definitely. However, what social media does, it speeds things up. It gives you another string to your bow. It gives you another wheel. It gives you literally, you know, it gives you a shop front where you can tell so many people about what you're doing in a very, very short space of time. Is it the only thing? Absolutely not. It's really, really important that you focus on all of the income producing activities that are on the worksheet. It's really, really important that you do that. However, it's equally as important, I believe, that you do some social media too. So when we look at the income producing activities, the IPAs, what do we do? Like, one of the most important things and one of the most simplest things is to build your friends list. So how many friends do you have on Facebook right now? I want you to go into Facebook and I want you to see how many friends you have. And I want you to write that number and today's date on the sheet of paper in front of you, because I really hope you have a sheet of paper, a sheet of paper in front of you. And I want you to write down how many friends you have at the moment. This is the window to your business. Find 2 new friends daily. It is the window. Okay, so you are marketing to your network. In our business, you are marketing to your network. So in order to market to the maximum amount of people, you need to increase your network. Okay, that's really, really important as well. Okay, 359, 5,000, amazing, 254, 400. I always filter my friends. Okay, guys, so with your friends list, when I properly realized the power of having maximum friends on Facebook, it became my absolute obsession, was to try and get as many friends as I could, but build it in a way that I was building a network of like-minded people that I felt would be good for my business and my product. So you don't just go in and friend request. Number one, it'll be completely taken off. You know, Facebook will not like that. They will not like that one bit. Facebook will literally say no, and they will ban you. So we call it Facebook jail. So I landed myself in Facebook jail many times doing this, where I would friend request too many people in the one day. And I have learned 2 to 3 people a day. Consistency is key. And when you do that, you will be fine with the Facebook rules. Find 2 new friends daily. Facebook is a window to your business. You are literally going to show so many people what it is you do, but you have to be connected. You need to make sure that your posts and in your settings on social media are set to public. Why do we do public? And I know a lot of people have an issue with this, and they say, oh, no, because I don't know who's looking at my posts. But that's the whole point. You don't know who's looking at your posts. So you don't know who is going to contact you for a product, or who is going to contact you to, inquire about the business. So it's so easy to engage. It's so easy to connect. When one of your friends comments on your post, if your post is set to public, their friends will see. Yeah. So if my friend Sarah comments on my post about products, her friends will get a notification in their newsfeed that will say, Sarah Kiernan posted on Niamh Kiernan's post. And it will show my post. So you are actually expanding your reach of your product to so many more people. So it's easy to engage. It's easy to connect. It builds trust and familiarity. So when you are using your social media, you're posting about different things, you're connecting with different people. And remember, on my social media training, to use your pillars. Yeah, to use your pillars. So you post about your kids, you post about your product, you post about the scenery, you post about the weather, you post about the lovely, fajitas you had for dinner last night. Whatever you want to post about in your stories, it's creating content. Content is key. Okay, so content is key to keep people engaged. So we are in the business of making friends. Friends, and more friends. And that's what I love about this business. So make it your goal, okay? So make it your goal to have as many friends as you possibly can, and to grow, because growth is key when you look at social media. But you'll only make friends if you set out to doing the TLTs every day. So the TLTs every day are your tiny little things. So the tiny little things that build your Facebook. Yeah. So 2 to 3 stories per day. I say pillars because I'm referring to the pillars technique in my social media training, which is on the Australia page. So 2 to 3 stories per day. Stories are so, so important. A lot of people don't even go in and look at posts anymore. A lot of people don't even go in and look at posts anymore. It's all about stories. So try and do some stories, and the level of engagement is so, so high when you do stories. Try and do 1 post per day. This might seem like a stretch to some of you, but if you're looking back and you haven't done a post in a week or 2 weeks, guys, you're not working your business. So do 1 post per day. It can be of anything, absolutely anything. Don't have your page full of forever. Forever. You're going to suddenly have a lot of people just not bothering even looking at your posts. But if you are creating engaging content, yeah, So if you look at my Facebook page at the minute, I shared this morning. So I always go into my memories. So if you go into Facebook and you go into your memories, that can give you really good content. Because, you know, if you're a little bit stuck some days and you're thinking, oh, what'll I post now? Okay, so I went in, there was a picture of the kids back from 2014, and I shared that and said, oh, they're so little. Last night, I shared about a new campaign that I am creating at the moment around the weight management. You know, it's different things like that. Okay. But you could simply post, if you look back further, you know, a video of somebody singing a Christmas song, a good quote. So quotes are really, really good. At the start of each month, I'll have something about the month. So make it a December to remember. I will praise other people's businesses as well. So my daughter has a balloon business, so I post about her balloons. My friend has a pop-up shop. So some of her clothes are on there. I ask for recommendations. You know, if you look through my page, it is very varied. It's not all aloe, 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 aloe. Okay, it's not all work with me, work with me, work with me. But then I go in, you know, after doing lots of different posts, I'll go in with a business post. Yeah, or I'll go in with a post about product or something. So one post per day. Happy birthdays. So Facebook will actually tell us when it's somebody's happy birthday. So easy. So you go in and what do? What most people do is you post on their wall a little happy birthday. But we're not most people. Okay, we are trying to build our network. We're trying to connect with people. So what we do is we go in and we wish them a happy birthday. We send them a post, we send them a message, or we send them a voicemail, which is even better. Yeah, just say, hope you're well, and hope you have a fantastic birthday. Haven't spoken to you in the longest time, but thinking of you today. Hope you have a great day. Something. I can guarantee you they will reply. Guarantee 1,000,000%. And I have heard so many stories of people that happy birthday message has resulted in somebody joining their business, somebody buying product, or somebody joining their product group, because they might say, how are things with you? I see you're busy. I see you do forever, or I see whatever. So it's opening up means of conversation. Okay, so this part is good. Comment, react to stories, set your alarm. Now, I say set your alarm because when you go into social media, you are entering into a danger zone of falling into a very big scroll hole. So we even have a joke in the house here. You know, my daughter Sarah, as I said, she has a balloon business, and she might say to me, Mom, can you do this? Or Mom, can you do that? And I'll pick up my phone to do it. And then she'll look at me 2 minutes later and she'll say, Mom, you've fallen into the scroll hole. Will you focus? And it's really, really funny. I laugh so much because I'm like, okay, yeah, it's true. You have to set an alarm. So if you go in, one of the biggest things you can do is react or comment to other people's stories. Because when you react or comment to other people's stories, it's so powerful, okay? Because they see that you've reacted to their story, they're going to actually comment and they're going to engage in conversation with you. Set your alarm for 5 minutes, comment on someone's story. Yeah, and the same for posts. So if you're going to actually follow up with people and engage on someone else's posts, set your alarm so that you don't fall into the scroll hole. Follow up 2 per day, customers and prospects. So this is all in your sheet. So you'll have lots and lots of stuff to do. Okay, guys. So to finish up for this week, okay? I know some of you have seen this twice now, so you're really, really in on it. It should be really, really going right into your core as to what it is you need to do. So the big thing, I say it all the time, take action daily. Action, action, action. It doesn't matter how slow you're going. As long as you're taking action, you are moving in the right direction. It's very, very, very important. So your homework for this week is to focus on the TLTs. I want you to focus on those tiny little things. The happy birthdays, the commenting on people's stories, the posting in your own stories. Guys, you could get so much of this done in the tiny pockets of time. It doesn't need a lot of time. It does not need a lot of time, but you need to be focused on what you need to do. So you can get an awful lot done if you know what you need to do. And this is why the tracker's there. That you say, okay, I need to do my story. Okay, I need to do my post. Okay, I need to do this. And you're ticking off as you go along. So fill out the weekly tracker. And I want you to work on your story. So this is part of week 3 action. Okay, we're going to be involving your story. So I want you to work on your story now. I want you to sit down over the next week and say, okay, what is my story? What is my story? It needs to be fairly short, doesn't need to be too long. It's going to be something that you're going to be using to connect with people. So you need your story to be, impactful. You need to talk about your pain points. Remember, when we speak about our pain points and what brought us to Forever, what brought us to the product, what brought us into this industry, and we speak about the then and the now, we are really and truly making an impact, because people are going to say, oh, yeah, I get that. That was me. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So we are all more alike than we are different. And it's the same when it comes to our customers with anything like that. So work on your story. Your story is probably one of the most powerful things that you have. And remember this, you'll never get ahead if you don't get started. You will never, ever, ever get ahead if you don't get started. And there's never been a better time to start than today. So do you like that picture? Yeah, James did that up just for you guys. Just for you guys. I absolutely love it. I absolutely loved it. We loved our time in Sydney. We loved doing the cruise around the Opera House. And oh my goodness, you guys live in such a beautiful, beautiful country. And we're excited to come back. So we're going to be coming back in the new year. And we'll have news of that very, very soon, of exactly when we'll be back and what we'll be at. So we will let you guys know very, very soon as we know. Okay, so remember your TLTs. 2 to 3 stories per day, 1 post per day, your happy birthdays, your stories, and the posts. Guys, you'll have that done in half an hour, 20 minutes. You'll get faster and faster and faster with it. Your social media, don't forget finding new friends. Yeah, recruitment strategy. So we've covered a lot in the last few weeks, and I do know that we've covered a lot, but that's what we need to do. If you want movement and you need to move your business forward, that's what you need to do. Okay, so we're finishing up about 15 minutes before what I thought we'd be finishing up for. So what I want you now to do is to go and make the most of this and do 15 minutes of action. Pretend I'm still here. And let's do 15 minutes of action. So that's what I'd really, really like you to do now, is do 15 minutes of action. So thanks a million, everyone. Really, really enjoyed this evening. Great to be on. And I will see you again next Tuesday. So next Tuesday for week 3, same time. The email will be out. Talk to you soon. Bye.